up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Should be a pretty quick and easy one this time because we're not going to strip this one. We're just going to keep the colors as is and hope it doesn't suck. That's right, it is a Tootsie Roll van. Obviously, that's why we're going to keep all the paint stuff on there. Don't want to strip all that stuff off. This is just going to be an awesome Wastelands vehicle. I am going to take it apart so I can get all the orange plastic stuff painted black and then detailed and stuff, the silver and the headlights and everything where it needs to be. But yeah, that's what we're going to do with this one. Going to get it all kind of scratched up a little bit with some fine 220 sandpaper. Grind it up with some Agrax and then we'll see where we're at before we start adding all the accoutrements. Got a bunch of different options as far as wheels go, weapons, a couple different kinds of rams, armor and everything else. So we're going to get all these painted up and dry brushed so they're looking cool and see how they look when we start slapping them on this Tootsie Pop van. But yeah, that's what we're going to do this time, and should be just, like I said, should be pretty quick. Get this one done, lickety split. Let's do it. Alright, so we're all grunged up and everything, all scratched and everything. It's kind of more so just looking like a dirty van right now, not as much as weathering and everything as I'm wanting it to look like. So we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to be doing the chipping with the MIG Shadow Rush chipping solution, and then we're also going to be going over doing some of the dark rust as well. Going to be doing the sponge method for both of these. Basically just get a little bit of the paint on the sponge, dab it on a paper towel so it's almost all gone, and then just beep, 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 make it look all chipped and rusted and stuff. So let's get that done, and then we'll get it back together and start looking at what wheels and weapons and stuff we want to get on there. So yeah, let's chip it up. Alright, all back together and everything, looking very much more like a Wastelands candy van. Now I got everything painted up silver and whatnot. Next I'm going to do some of the fine detail, headlights and taillights really, get the handles painted silver. Before we start getting everything else together, went through and picked out what is going to work out best, what I think is going to look best on this build. So yeah, let's get some details on there, and then we'll start getting it all together, and then we'll start doing a little bit more rust before we dust it, and this thing's going to be ready to go and take a bite out of the wasteland. So yeah, let's do some details. Alright, we're all together and everything. Everything's all glued on there, looking good, looking very Wastelands wagon candy van thing. The last thing we're going to do is get some more of the rust on there. Going to be using the Vallejo orange rust. It's for air, but I like it better on the brush. So get it rusted up and do some streaks on there so you can get more of an idea how weathered and Wastelands this thing is. And then we'll dust it up and this thing will be good to go. But yeah, it's looking good. Free candy. Alright, there we have it. One Tootsie Pop candy van, all tricked out and weathered up and ready for the Wastelands. Get a good picture of that on there. Really like how this turned out. I was very, very happy when I saw this online and got it. You know, Tootsie Pop, maybe not for some of your youngsters, but for me and maybe some of the older grognards, it's really kind of blast from the past. Don't really get a whole lot of Tootsie Pops anymore. Maybe because my teeth aren't as great as they used to be. Had too many Tootsie Pops probably. But yeah, love how this turned out. The weathering and stuff is very, very cool. You still see all the Tootsie Pop stuff. So yeah, just awesome. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this. Love how it turned out. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button. Ring the bell to notify you when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, hey, you can even request a custom build. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.